going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates. You know the drill, guys. So if you want to stay up to date here every single day through June, July and August with all the latest Manchester City transfer news here on YouTube, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, wanted to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Sofascore. Sofascore is a very highly rated app who are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest scores from around the grounds in football and all the other sports that you guys love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. It's a free app to download, so worthwhile checking out, so do go and download the app. The link is in the description. Alternatively, you can use the QR code on screen. Just scan that with your phone and that will take you to the download page to download the free Sofascore app. I want to say a big thank you to Sofascore for sponsoring this video as well. Big shout out to them. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got the latest on Liam Delap. Now, Jack Rosser over at The Sun has said that Southampton, they want a new striker this summer, and Liam Delap is one of the players that they are looking at. Now, they've got Premier League football, Southampton, for next season to be able to tempt Liam Delap to go to them rather than interest from elsewhere. We know that Hull City are interested in them, but because they're in the Championship, they can't afford a permanent transfer, so it would be a loan deal. I imagine that's, I say worst case scenario here. I don't mean it as Hull are a bad club. I just mean that if Manchester City want to stick with the status quo and give Liam Delap another season of Championship football with the same side with Hull City, they can go and do so, but they've got a chance here for Liam Delap to be able to get some Premier League football under his belt. Now, I presume that Southampton would probably be looking for a permanent transfer rather than a loan transfer. Manchester City would prefer a permanent transfer here, so it'll be interesting to see if Southampton do make a move for Liam Delap, just how much they'd be paying and what the deal would be in terms of the finances of the deal and the structure of the deal. Is there going to be a sell-on fee included? Is there going to be a buyback clause included? So we await the details there, but we first need Southampton to make that move. So bad news for Hull City there, but good news if you are Liam Delap and wanting to play in the Premier League. Now, speaking of another Manchester City young player, takes us on to an update on Yan Couto, and Sports Witness have said that Girona, they want Yan Couto from Manchester City once more on loan for another season. It isn't thought that there are any restrictions when it comes to Yan Couto playing any football in Spain, whether that be in La Liga or whether that be in the Champions League or what's not. It would be a case where I presume that Girona probably going to only be able to take one player from Manchester City on loan, and if they do want that player to be Yan Couto, they're going to have to act quick because there is a lot of interest in him. Now, Sports Witness have said that Manchester City don't plan on using Yan Couto this summer, and it is thought that City at some point, probably in the next month or so, are going to tell Yan Couto that they're indeed going to be looking for either a permanent sale or we're looking for another loan transfer. But if Yan Couto's not getting a look in for pre-season for Man City this season, which is what I would like to see, if he's not getting that look in, then Manchester City, I don't see the point in loaning him. You may as well sell him whilst that sell-on value is high, whilst the contract is longer this year than what it would be next year. So there's a lot of things here for City to consider, especially with some doubt being cast over the futures of Sergio Gomez being linked with the exit door. Rico Lewis rumoured to apparently be on the loan list from Manchester City as well. Yan Couto could be a very good squad player for next season. I certainly think it's worthwhile giving him pre-season, but I think anyone that does go on pre-season with Manchester City, just like with Savio, they will be used in the first team squad for the whole season rather than being loaned out. So if Yan Couto and or Savio end up being on that plane to the United States of America for pre-season with Manchester City, I suspect that they will be staying at the club. So a big 5 or 6 weeks coming up there for Yan Couto. Real Madrid also believed to be interested. There's many clubs across Europe interested in Yan Couto. I've heard flickers of interest from the Premier League as well. We'll see if City choose to allow a move for Yan Couto to another Premier League club. And speaking of Premier League clubs making moves for Manchester City players, takes us very nicely onto an update on Julian Alvarez. I hope you guys are enjoying the interlinks here of these different transfers, by the way. So Gaston Edul over in Argentina has said that Manchester City, they're braced for offers and interest in Julian Alvarez. It's been suggested by him that there is a big Premier League club who could be making an offer soon. No mention of any names. I reckon if I was to state any club out there based purely on speculation and nothing on fact, I reckon that club's probably going to be Chelsea. I could be wrong with that though. Now, it is thought that Manchester City want to keep hold of Julian Alvarez, and according to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester City are prepared to sit down with Julian Alvarez and his camp to try and get him onto a new contract at Manchester City. Now, Veronica, Brunati over in Argentina has said that Manchester City are yet to receive any offers for Julian Alvarez. She does go on to say that Alvarez has not requested a transfer away from Manchester City, and City will only sell should Julian Alvarez let the club know that he wants to leave. And that's been echoed by Fabrizio Romano as well. If Alvarez wants to leave, he's going to have to ask Manchester City for a transfer away from the club. According to Veronica Brunati, she's saying 80 million euros is what Manchester City are looking for Julian Alvarez. If you turn that euros into pounds, I'd probably say that roughly is about where I would start to say maybe I would accept, with some good terms included on that. Because to me, a striker, World Cup winner, been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, got great statistics, brilliant young player, very much an upcoming prospect. I can see in the next 2 or 3 seasons Alvarez being one of the very best strikers in the world. It's got to command a really big fee. So for me, £80 million would be the bare minimum that I'd be looking for. If we could hold out for near triple figures in the pounds as well, in the millions of pounds, that would be brilliant, but we'll have to wait and see. Fabrizio Romano has said that Atletico Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, they're the clubs most interested in Julian Alvarez at this moment in time. Now, Atletico Madrid, I don't think, can afford 80 to 100 million pounds. PSG, maybe they can. Premier League clubs, top Premier League clubs, certainly can afford that money. So Alvarez, if he wants to leave, he's going to have to say to City that he wants to leave. If he doesn't, City may be able to get him onto a new deal. I'll keep my eyes and ears open with regards to that. Now, moving on to the final transfer I want to speak about comes from the Ins and an update on Bruno Guimaraes. Now, Graeme Bailey has said that Newcastle are becoming concerned over losing Bruno Guimaraes this summer. It is thought that Manchester City are still the favourites to sign him. He does have a release clause active for this month only, worth £100 million. So if Manchester City want to sign Bruno Guimaraes without doing any negotiations with Newcastle United, all we need to do is activate that clause. Now, Record in Portugal have said that Liverpool, they're also interested in signing Bruno Guimaraes, and due to financial fair play rules and regulations, Newcastle United may have to sell at least one of their top players. Aston Villa having a very similar problem as well. They may have to sell a top player as well. So it is thought, according to Record in Portugal, that there might be a little bit of room for negotiations when it comes to Bruno Guimaraes. Again, it's going to take for him to ask for a transfer like it would with Julian Alvarez to leave Manchester City. It would take Bruno G to sit down with Newcastle and say, I'm not interested in staying at the club anymore and I want to request a transfer away from the team. It is thought that Liverpool are interested. Manchester City are the favourites, so there could be a little bit of a transfer battle if both sides decide to make a move here. Manchester City don't normally get involved in negotiation wars with clubs and bidding wars. We did kind of get involved with Declan Rice, if you want to believe the rumours from last summer, with Arsenal when it came to signing the West Ham star. I don't see Man City getting too involved with that if Liverpool do choose to make a move for Bruno G as well. So it may be a case where if we don't make a move, we look at other alternatives instead. And there's a whole host of players that City have been getting linked with. But the one thing I took away from this article in Portugal from Record was a £68 million £50 fee had been mentioned as what you could negotiate Newcastle United down to, and to me, if you could get Bruno G for less than £70 million, I do think Manchester City should be all over that, in my complete honest opinion. So there we go, that has been today's transfer update. I'll see you guys religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up, 300 likes is the aim, and finally do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Sofascore. I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.